Hey, what's going on, friends? It's Nomad Brad coming to you from my box truck conversion. And today I'm coming back with a few sweet deals that I found on Facebook Marketplace. I'm always perusing and looking for some rides that I think you guys will like. So I have two rigs for you today. I have a shuttle bus and then I have a high top van conversion. I think they're both great values for different types of people. So we're going to go ahead and just roll through. The first rig we're going to look at today is a 2008 Ford E350 Super Duty shuttle bus. Man, that's a mouthful. Now, this bus, I love it. It's a very rare build, and this is why. It's a shuttle bus platform, but it has the passenger seat. So most shuttle buses, if you've been looking at them online, the entry door on the side is where the passenger seat would normally be. So you don't get a passenger seat. But on this one, the side entry door is behind the passenger seat. So this is great for folks that plan on having a road partner or just want to be able to occasionally bring someone along with them. Another thing I really like about this bus is just the colors on it. It's a pure white and then it has black accents. So it's kind of just black and white. There is a little chrome on the front end. If this was my bus, I think I'd black that out to match the rest of the bus. But aesthetically, it looks very clean. If you've been shuttle bus shopping, you'll see a lot of them. Will have like residue from graphics and stickers from different companies that have owned them in the past. So this one already is very clean, is a very clean looking unit. Now here's another great feature. It has only 60,000 miles, which is also super rare. Usually when you're buying a used shuttle bus, it's over 100,000. So to get something with 60,000 miles, I mean, this thing is almost brand new. You can be pretty confident that all the components are going to be functioning properly and the engine and transmission are going to go a long ways before you ever have to worry about having them fixed. So let's start with the interior. Right away, we can see it's pretty fully built out. He's got a nice, looks like a vinyl floor rolled out. The bed is, again, it's lifted up high, so you have plenty of storage room underneath. But the nice thing, too, is the bed still has enough clearance above it that you can sit up. And that's something that I think is really important, especially for me. I'm sitting in my bed right now, and you can see there's plenty of room above my head. There's nothing worse than laying down in bed and being cramped and if you have to sit up in the middle of the night hitting your head on the ceiling, that's no fun. So this thing has plenty of room above the bed that you can move around and sit up and have a good time. So he also did keep the factory rear air conditioner. Now that air conditioner is only going to work while the engine is running, but at least it is in there. So if you're somewhere really hot, you can run the engine and that air conditioner will cool you off quickly. And here's a little table prep station type of thing that you can use. I assume that must somehow slide out probably in front of the bench. It might be a Lagoon table mount. Let's look at what else. So the wall is insulated and then he's got paneling over it and he has roller shades. So all the windows are framed in with trim and then they have shades that pull down, which is important because these shuttle buses have so many windows in them that if you're in there at night with the lights on, people are going to see right inside and see everything that's going on. So having those roller shades is a really nice touch. Also above, he has some doors. It looks like he's built in cabinets. Same on the opposite side, overhead storage, paneling on the walls. The windows are framed out, and then he has roller shades as well. And then over here we have a little nightstand. You can put your phone or your water on while you're sleeping. And then it looks like there's a little storage compartment down here as well. Everything looks like it's done really well. The paint looks good. All the cabinets look square and level. They look like they all fit properly. I don't see any weird angles or like any big marks or anything. It looks like this guy knew what he was doing. It's definitely a DIY build, but it looks like a good one. And then you can see on the ceiling, he also did, it looks like just a big sheet of panel board. And then he's got some screws running across where he screwed into the ceiling. He has some puck lighting as well, some LED ceiling lights. So that'll be a nice touch. And then here's the cabinets being open. He's got the gas struts on them. So those are the type that when you just pull on them a little bit, then that little strut just opens the rest of the cabinet and it holds it open until you close it down. So that's a nice secure way to do your upper cabinets. And here's the sink area. One thing I want to mention, he has nice butcher block countertops. Those are pretty thick. They look like an inch maybe 1.25" countertop. So that's a nice heavy duty wood. You won't have to worry about it getting damaged or wearing out. And if it does get a bunch of scratches on it, you can easily just do a light sand and then coat over it with some wax or some varnish. So that's a really nice countertop to use. I like that a lot. He's got a little tile backsplash, and then he retained the windows as well right over the sink. Now the sink is a little small. I would prefer something a little bit larger, but in this bus, he doesn't have a lot of counter space compared to some of the other buses I've looked at, so it makes sense he chose a smaller sink so that he could have more counter space. Oh, and then here we go. So that countertop has like a slide out piece that extends your counter space. So that's awesome. So if you're doing cooking and you have several pots and pans, then you can easily just spread everything out on the countertop. Plenty of room. I like that. I like the slide in, slide out countertop. That makes it a lot better. Another shot of the counter. Drawers. He used 3/8 sanded plywood, which is not cheap. It's expensive, which is nice. That's the good wood. That's what you want to see on a build like this. You don't want to see plywood. You don't want to see just rough plywood. You want a nice finished, like a birch or a maple or something, which is what this is. So he did a good job. This is all high quality wood and products he's used. There's a shot of the fridge being slid out. Nothing wrong with that. The nice thing too about the fridge being back in a cabinet like that is it'll be a little quieter. You won't hear it running. Looks like a brand new fridge. I like it. Okay, and then he's got the slide out pantry. These are really handy for spices and seasonings and like bottles of pasta sauce or olive oil, vinegar. I like these slide out pantries a lot. So that's a really nice feature to have. Here's another shot at the bench. And then under the bench you have some storage. He's got some propane tanks down there. And then here's your little office desk. The nice thing too is he has a bunch of outlets over here that he's flush mounted into the wall, and also a whole bunch of USB ports. So plenty of power here for your computer, your laptop, whatever devices you might want to use while on the road. It's all easily accessible and powered by that outlet strip. So that's a really nice touch. Full toilet and shower. A lot of people want to see those in the builds, and this has one. So I like that a lot. Looks like he used FRP paneling. One thing I want to mention is it looks like he didn't put any caulking on the seams of this paneling, which is a little interesting. And I don't see any caulking on the corner there. So that's something you would just want to look at in person and maybe ask him what's going on, if there's a reason why he didn't seal it. Or maybe it is sealed and I just can't tell from the photos, but that's something to look out for. Is you want to make sure those panels are sealed together, because otherwise water will get in those cracks and then cause mold and all kinds of bad problems. So make sure that's sealed up, but even if it's not, you can do that yourself. That's an easy fix. And then here's a shot of the front. He did a nice big overhead cabinet over the driver's area, and then he's got some shelving on the side here as well. I don't see any body damage. I don't see any rust or breaks in the fiberglass or damage on the bumper. It looks really clean. It does have the big rear entry door, which is kind of cool. That will allow you to open that back door, and then you'll have access to the under bed storage compartment. So that's really nice to have that big rear access door. And then again, just more shots of the side. Again, exterior is a very clean unit. It looks like he's kept it covered up, which is awesome. That's why it's in such good shape. Shot of the roof, solar panels. Again, everything looks really clean. Clean job with the mounting of the panels. He's got a MaxxAir fan. It looks brand new. The MaxxAir fan still has the plastic cover on it. Oh, he sealed the roof, so that's awesome. He went ahead and did a rubberized roof coating, and that's really important, especially on fiberglass. They can develop cracks over time, and coating the roof is not an easy task, especially once the solar panels and the MaxxAir fan are on. It's nearly impossible to coat the roof properly, so the fact he's already coated the roof is outstanding. That's a really nice platform to start with. Here's a shot of that rear door open. You can see with that bottom access you have big entry right into the underneath storage, so if you're going to be hauling anything large, it'll fit right in there with no problem. I really like that rear access. 6 new tires, new battery, new roof coating, new windshield, fridge, sink, faucet, portable butane stove. Okay, so this one didn't have like a built-in propane cooktop or anything. So that's up to you. If it was me, I would do an electric induction cooktop, just run it off the solar, and you never have to worry about buying propane. I love my induction cooktop, and you could easily put one on that big open counter space he had next to the outlet strip and just plug your cooktop in when you're using it and then put it away when you're done. So no problems there. Max Air fan, Alpacool fridge, Nature's Head toilet, butane heater, that must be butane heater, butane stove, Zinus 8-inch memory foam cabinet, memory foam mattress, looks good. Okay, electrical system, 200 amp hours of batteries, charged by two 380 watt panels. So yeah, lots of solar. You could, oh no, charged by, I'm sorry, I read that wrong. I thought he said he had multiple 380 watt panels. He has a total of 380 watts of solar. My mistake. So he's listing two 190 watt solar panels. So he's got less than 400 watts of solar. So 200 amp hours of battery. That's probably about right for that system. Yep, here he says right here, the only item not completed is the shower, since it's 50-50 that people want one. The shower stall is done, and I have a brand new 16-gallon water tank that comes with the bus if you want to finish the plumbing. So it's shower ready, right? It's shower ready. No shower quite yet. But anyway, really good start. There's a little bit of DIY you could do, or you could hire someone to add the shower, but pretty nice rig. He's asking $25,000. I think that's, I mean, it's a good price based on the vehicle itself is in such good condition. It has such low mileage, and he's done a really nice job with the build out. But the solar's a little small. I'd like to see more than 380 watts of solar, and I would like to see the shower finished. So if I were you, if you're interested in this rig, I mean, if you had the money, I would just buy this rig, but I would offer him less. I would offer him 23,000, and he'd probably take it. It says OBO. You might even get it for 20 grand. The market's still pretty soft on these rigs, so I think if you could get this rig for 20 grand, it is a steal of a deal. I would definitely buy it. So now we're gonna move on to the next rig. Now this one is for sale in Van Life. Van Life Vans for Sale on Facebook. And this van has been for sale for quite a while. He did a huge price drop. And the reason why is the exterior is a little bit ugly. It's just ugly. And it's funny because I went through the comments and every comment says nice interior, love the build, but it's ugly, you know? So like that's kind of the thing, is if you're someone that isn't super concerned about the looks of the exterior, this is a great build for you. It's an 85 Ford E350 high top. Now I'll just show you the outside. It's a little ugly. Now he did mention he has new bodywork, or he had new bodywork and a new paint job. So he just didn't do a good job of presenting this vehicle. You can see in the photo the hood is just dusty, like he just hasn't washed it. And it, you know, it needs a little TLC, but he says it's a new paint job done by a body shop, and the wheels are hideous. Like, I feel like all you would need to do is give this thing a good wash, have it detailed, and just spray paint the wheels black, and you're done. You have a decent looking rig. But as is, it's a little bit funky looking, but the interior is very nice, and I'm going to show that to you guys. Now, I will tell you, he's asking $16,999, but he started out asking like $25,000. So he's knocked $10,000 off the price because nobody's buying it, and he's had a lot of work done to this vehicle. Let's just look at the interior really quick. Beautiful, beautiful wood. And another one where, you know, when I'm looking at these builds, I'm looking at the craftsmanship, the quality of materials being used. And this one checks all the boxes. I mean, he used hard plank, click lock wood flooring, which is really nice, not easy to install. He used full width tongue and groove, like pine paneling on the walls, which is very nice, not cheap, not easy to install. And then he has insulation behind it, and all the wood is cut like properly on either a table saw or a CNC machine. All the gaps and the seams look even. He did a really nice job So anyway, I think it's a really good rig. He's got this cool overhead little loft area. Now, you're not going to be able to really get up there physically, but you could store stuff up there. If you have plants, if you're someone that travels with plants, with all those windows up there, this would be the spot to have some little succulents or some cactus or some herbs. I think it'd be cool to have a little garden up there, definitely. So that's cool. And then he's got some storage boxes here. He's got a 2-burner propane cooktop, a little stainless steel sink. He's got a nice stainless fridge built in, and then a nice countertop as well. Now the countertop isn't quite as fancy as the rest of it. It looks like he used just a 3/4 ply, and the same with everything else. The cabinets are just a 3/4 ply, and the bench as well. So this one has room for you to do some painting. So you could go ahead and paint this in whatever color you want, and maybe that's why he left it blank, was for the new owner to kind of choose what color they like. But it looks really nice. I like the wood, all the wood feeling inside. Now here's a shot looking back. You have 2 storage benches, and then I would, cut memory foam mattresses for this, so you'd have a big bench on this side, a big bench on this side, and then you have your sleeping platform up top here. And it looks like the platform has a handle here. You can lift it up and access your storage underneath. And I see that there's a opening right here, and it looks like there's a table that slides out. There's a little piece of wood in here. So my guess is there's a tabletop that slides out, and then you have basically a seating area for 4 people or a computer workstation. But very nice design. Oh, here it is right here. Yep, that's what the table slid out. Oh, and so here with the lighting on, you can see the countertops a little better. They actually are. That's weird. In the previous photo, they looked like just unfinished plywood. Maybe these are old photos. But in this new photo, you can see it's actually like varnished. It looks like a nice butcher block material. So nice butcher block tops, butcher block table. And here's the cushions for the fold out, or the cushions for the couch, and then the bed in the back. And then he's got an overhead storage cabinet up there as well. So overall, nice van. It's definitely smaller. I'm used to all the space you get in shuttle bus and in box truck. So for me personally, that's what I like. But if you're someone that's considering van life in a van, this is super roomy. A lot of space in here to move around. You could definitely travel pretty comfortably with 2 people in here. Plenty of workspace. Nice fridge. So overall, this is a nice build. It's just a shame it's on kind of an older van. But all things considered, if you look at all the work he's done to it, it looks like it's ready to go. He said everything mechanically has been done by shops and it's rebuilt or new. He has all the paperwork. He welcomes inspections. So that means he's confident that it all works well. He's got 2 gas tanks, a 40-gallon freshwater tank, water filter, tankless water heater. So the faucet has hot water. That's cool. 25-gallon gray water pump, 2-burner propane, Dometic fridge. Now he did mention the solar. There's something wrong with the solar. It sounds like he installed it and didn't do it right. So that's something you have to consider, is the solar would need to be replaced. The bed is 7 foot 6 inches long. So that almost seems like a typo, 7 foot 6 inches. But if that's true, that's a really long bed. That's no problem for anyone to sleep in that. Seating for 4, pull-out table, max fan, freedom power inverter, shower in the rear. Must be an outdoor shower. Tons of storage, R18 insulation, sound dampening, new door seals, new locks, new paint, all bodywork done by a shop, new suspension, new bushings, new brakes, new rotors, new calipers, new axle, new exhaust, rebuilt transmission, new flywheel, steering column, starter, alternator, windshield, rebuilt carburetor. I mean, this is like all the stuff you would want to do on an older van if you were going to, make it road ready. And also a new toilet he hasn't used. So pretty good way to start out. I would offer him, again, I'd offer less, always offer less. This thing's been for sale for a long time. He already knocked 10,000 off of it. I think you could probably get it for 12. Like for 12 grand, this is a steal. Just the amount of time this guy put into building the interior is going to be a lot. It's a lot of time, a lot of money on materials. If you could get this van for 12, I think that'd be a steal. The van itself empty, just as is with all the work he's done to it, it's probably a $5,000 van. So I think, 10 grand for all the build out materials and stuff is a pretty good deal. So that's kind of what I'm thinking. But I like this van. It's been for sale for a while. I think it needs to go to a good home. And so someone that's cool with a little bit older vehicle, but that's going to be dependable and that has a ton of space and the inside is super roomy and homey, I think this would be a great platform to start at. And I'd offer a little bit less money and see if you can swoop it up. So that's it for my video today. I hope you guys enjoyed those two builds. I got a lot of feedback that you guys enjoy these build videos. So let me know what you want to see in my next video, what kind of vehicle you're interested in. Let me know what price points you're interested in. Just leave a comment below and I'll be happy to find a good deal for you guys and review it in the next video. See you next time.